Hi, everyone. I am Laura Papetti, and I'm with Will Flanigan today, talking about, of course, Hoop Fest is what we're talking about now this time of year.
Awesome.
And he is a longtime volunteer, of course, Hoop Fest, part of the Inland Northwest DNA largest 3-on-3 basketball tournament in the world. We can still drop that, right?
Yes,
On
that's
the
correct.
planet,
That's correct.
maybe the solar system.
It's amazing. It's
It's
an amazing event.
Okay. Well, I'm so glad you could join us and talk about it because, it is such a part of who we are here in Spokane. We talk about Hoop Fest really year round when we compare events to it and talk about, our basketball love of basketball in this community. Hoop Fest is special, wouldn't you say?
I would say definitely special. I bleed Hoop Fest. I mean, I plan my vacation around Hoop Fest.
I like that
February,
dedication.
February comes up. I'm like, lock me in. I'm
Yep.
ready to go. So,
Okay, let's go back in time a little bit.
okay.
Do you remember your first Hoop Fest, whether you were playing or volunteering?
Oh, I don't like basketball. One, ironically, I don't
Interesting.
like basketball at all. Actually, my friends would tell you I don't follow the NBA. I don't know any of the players. I don't follow any stuff. However, 16 years ago, I signed up to be a scorekeeper,
Mhm.
and
But if you don't like basketball, can I ask why you signed up to
I
be a
signed up
sport?
because I thought, what an amazing organization to be a
Mhm.
volunteer of, to be part of a community,
How big of
friendship.
that?
Yeah, yeah, awesome, awesome experience. So I signed up to be scorekeeper, and it was probably about halfway through the first day. A marshal comes up to me, the monitor over here on the right passed out or wasn't feeling really
Oh
well.
no.
It was warm that
Hot.
weekend.
It tends to
Yeah.
be a little warm on Hoop Fest.
Yeah, and so he said, "Hey, here's a whistle, here's a stopwatch, here's the Hoop Fest Bible, which has all your brackets, all the rules. Learn it. You got 5 minutes. You're on the next skill." I'm like,
Memorize it.
"Yeah." I'm like, "Okay, I do not know what I'm doing here." And so I did it, and I got I got ridiculed and, "Hey, do you even know what you're doing?" I'm like, "I don't know what I'm doing.
You're like, if we're being honest.
I was scorekeeper. I was scorekeeper 2 minutes ago." And then I realized after that weekend, that next year, I'm like, "Hey, I'm gonna really study the rules, study the guidelines, get everything all dialed in. I'm gonna bring the best experience of me on at Hoop Fest, so all the guys can have a great games and great competition, great sportsmanship." And every year after that, I just live for Hoop Fest.
Okay, so
Vitamin HE, Hoop
it,
Fest energy.
Hoop Fest energy.
Exactly.
You've never played Hoop Fest. You've
Never played Hoop Fest.
never really played basketball.
Don't like basketball.
Do you like basketball more now that
Nope.
you? Nope.
Nope. It's all about Hoop Fest.
Do you know what? I understand it because I can't run, but I love Bloomsday,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I don't like basketball
Yeah.
either. I root on the home team. Gonzaga in my house, all
Yep.
that, but I don't really understand it.
I don't understand
I'm like,
I
it's a
don't
bunch
understand
of
what
tall people.
the
They're throwing in a
fouls
hoop,
or what the
right?
fouls is. So usually the group that I do is adult men. I think under 6 feet tall that call their own fouls. I call the bigger ones like the technicals, and I think this year they're adding a sportsmanship rule, which I
Yeah,
appreciate
I would
because
imagine.
I just tell the players like, "Hey, the you you're bringing up the younger generation. So if you throw an F bomb out, I would prefer fire truck. Usually gets a laugh.
I
Yeah,
would see. I
yeah.
giggled.
There you go.
Fire truck.
Fire truck. But I'll warn you the first time, but I'm going to tee you up the second time. And
Nice.
so usually the games are calm, everyone's cool, collective, and usually at the end, whether the team wins or loses, like, hey, we really appreciate you being here, being involved, being engaged.
Because here's the deal. There are always kids standing around watching the
Exactly.
games, so let's try to be decent
Yeah,
examples
let's
of human beings.
represent, come on.
Let's
Come on. Come
It's
on.
not that hard for a
We're
25-minute
adults
game,
here. Come
right.
on, let's go. So first one to 20 or 25 minutes, I would prefer 20. So speeds up
Yes.
the game. So
Okay. So you plan your year around it, got it.
yep.
That's fair. Does your family go, are they shocked because you don't like basketball
No,
that
no,
you that you're so into it?
they don't follow basketball either. So
They-
yeah, so
but
but my friends, they're like, Hoop Fest isn't basketball. You're right, it's not
it
a
isn't
basketball.
basketball.
It's 3-on-3 street ball. Guys get together. Got the team together 2 weeks ago, like, hey, let's make a run at for first
Right.
place. And you can see that. But
Yeah.
they usually have a good time. So that's the most important thing.
And I always say, Hoop Fest really isn't basketball. I covered it for years. It's community,
Yep,
right? I mean,
exactly.
I get that there's a sport. My husband's like, you're playing to win when you go
Yep,
out there. I
yep,
get that, but it's really a community event.
it is. It
families are
is.
down there.
Yeah, it's
Describe that energy, maybe to somebody who's never been a part of it.
oh my gosh, it's amazing. It's like when you're walking down there, I have all my gear and cooler, water, hat, all that stuff. Walk down and you see all these little kids that all have the same jersey
I
on.
know.
Mom and dad are
Yep.
representing, and they go out there. And I'm not good enough to know enough rules for the little guys to call all those rules,
Hmm.
but just to watch them and they're playing like it's Game 7 of the NBA
Totally.
Finals. I mean, parents are there. They're seeing the next LeBron James right
Well,
there
it
on the court.
is.
So
It is to them the right. They don't have any perspective. Might be
yes.
the first tournament they've ever played in.
Yes, yes. And it's amazing. It's just an amazing energy to be part of such a huge, wonderful organization that supports Spokane. I mean,
Hmm.
I think I read somewhere where they brings in like
Right.
$39 million this
Right.
weekend. So, which is awesome. And to be a part of that, just to be a cog in the wheel, to be an ambassador, love it.
I always say, we do a lot of the economic impact stories. I've done that one for
Yep.
years, right? Where, Laura, go out, talk about the hotels, talk about the restaurants. But it's more than that because when we start talking about bringing in big groups, whether it's for work or for play, we have reference points of how we can do big, right?
Yes.
Here in
Yes.
the Inland Northwest, we've
Yes.
got Bloomsday, we've got Hoop Fest, right? People know
Yes.
that it's put I know a lot of things put us on the map, but Hoop Fest definitely is one of them,
I know. And to see some of the hotels, I think one year when the temperatures was on the hundreds,
right?
brutal,
And
brutal.
everybody's flooding inside in between games,
Yeah, and
and
they're like, I think the Grand,
mhm.
or I can't think of which the one right across. It's
Yeah, it's
right
great.
across. Is it the Grand?
Granted down there.
Yeah, they opened up their hotel, let the players lay on the carpet in the cool in the air conditioning. That
Oh,
was so nice. What an awesome to be part of that bike. Like I remember the players like, hey, do you get to take a break? No, I'm here from 8 till the last game here, so
and
I'm staying here.
do you do well in the heat? Or are you one of those guys out there with one of those fans in your
No, no,
face, spurting the
I got a
water?
visor hat
Yeah.
on. I got suntan lotion. I mean, all the volunteers they bring you water. It seems like every hour.
Hmm.
I've got large water bottles. I have elements. I don't know if you're familiar with. It's like a
Yeah.
salt thing because I get dehydrated and I cramp up really bad. So
So there are the players that are cramping up and licking salt or doing whatever
yeah,
you do to
yeah,
get
yeah,
those electrolytes,
yeah.
and you're calling the games, and you're the one like near like death over there.
Well, no, no. I would say over the years I've learned how to prepare.
Got it.
So I've created
You're
wisdom.
wise.
Yeah.
You're
I
so
want. Thank
wise.
you,
You're
Laura.
hoop fest wise.
Yes. Like I said, vitamin HE come. So
I
it just
love that.
spurs me along. I mean, like the first day, I'm like thinking, oh my gosh, what a great time. I mean, I think I get done on typically on Saturday at like 4 o'clock,
Hmm.
and it feels like I've ran 20 miles.
Yes.
But I'm like thinking, all right, I got Sunday. We're gonna get going here. So it's just fun. See all the players, they play. And usually, whether they win or they lose, which I appreciate, is the players saying, "Hey, thank you for participating. Thank you for being here so we could play without killing each other." So,
I I love that, and I want to point that out because I think that sometimes in the moment we forget always to be kind,
yep,
right? Or,
yep,
um, I think some people have forgotten their manners lately,
yep,
myself included sometimes. If you see a volunteer, remember these are people giving up their weekend, right? A prime weekend in the summer,
yep,
where they could be with their families, they could be camping, they could be doing something, and they're choosing to be in it.
yes,
In it.
yes,
And these
yes,
volunteers are running around. It is hot. I remember working one summer, and all these people are playing a sport. And I had to go lay under a tree
yeah,
because I was so warm that weekend.
yes. I mean, the cool thing is we have marshals that come by,
Right?
which if you're a monitor, which we need more monitors this year, so it would be awesome. We need more volunteers. But the marshals come over and they help the monitor be successful on the court, which is awesome. We have tons of undercover cops. We have security.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a game that's getting a little crazy. We get a marshal involved, like, hey, can you get some security here just to watch and make sure that, we don't turn into
Let's
a
remember,
brawl.
everyone, it's a game,
It is a game. It is a game.
right?
They're playing for a shirt.
You're playing for a shirt. I realize, and especially the kids, I realize your child is probably the next LeBron.
Yes.
Every one of you.
Yes.
But let's remember.
Yes. Well, we have it. This is also for the adults.
Yes.
We have co-ed. They're playing. I'm like, you're playing for a shirt, and you have to work on Monday.
Yeah.
So probably rolling an ankle over the
Yes.
weekend is probably not a wise idea.
You can always tell a little bit. I go to the well, I go to the grocery store about every day. We
Yeah.
eat a lot in my
Yeah.
family. And I can see on Monday, I can tell you the generally the guys, the men, generally I can pick them out, the ones who played. They're limping a little bit. They're usually sunburned,
Yes.
or have
Yeah.
like they have a band across their forehead where
You
they were wearing the old school band.
or they use the sunglasses. So I'm
Those
like,
are the
ah,
best.
I don't think that's a tanning
No,
bed. So
no,
yeah.
yeah, you can tell, and they're hurting. Do remember, most of you have work or something on Monday that you need to be doing. Okay,
I mean, I would tell you, one year, which is just it just and circumvents or puts Hoop Fest into full scope. I remember this team. They went to the final. They got the round. They end up losing. They end up losing the game. And the guy's like throwing his shoes down. I mean, this is a 40-year-old grown male. He's throwing his shoes down, and I'm filling out all the stuff. And his wife comes over and goes, "Hey, you made it to the finals. You practiced for a week. What did you expect? I don't want to hear any more lip. Get in the truck.
I
We're
love
heading
it.
back to Seattle. I don't want to hear any more about you didn't win." And I'm like thinking, wow. And he's
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'm so sorry. I was acted like a kid. So it was
I love,
awesome.
first of all, I love when I see the wife give the smackdown,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
It's awesome. I'm like thinking, okay, that's awesome.
What is your, everybody must ask you this, and so I'm going to do it, even though it's a little cliche. What's your favorite Hoop Fest memory?
My favorite Hoop
Besides
Fest
this interview.
Yeah, yeah, this is
I mean,
amazing. I
a
mean, the
highlight,
fact that Hoop
obviously.
Fest allows me to become an ambassador to come out here and talk about this, I love all things Hoop Fest. I would say one year I had this team that was playing. They were playing really well. I mean, they were hitting everything. They were hitting the twos, which is behind the basically the 3-point line, but it's the twos, the
I
two
love that
point.
you explained that because I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's twos. It's yeah,
twos.
twos.
Okay.
So, and they're playing really well, and they get to the finals. They lose up on top, and they go down, and they go through the losers bracket to get back up into the winners bracket. And that was a hot, hot weekend, and so they make it up there. They win. So since they lost, they have to play again,
Oof.
and it was brutal. And they had three guys, and
So they had to play every minute
yeah,
of the
they had
day.
4 guys to start with, but 1 guy got injured,
Yeah.
and so then they worked all the way through up, and they were just sweating profusely. They were cramping. They actually overcame. They won, and I'm like thinking, wow, that is an experience. I mean, that's like the Cinderella story. You came down to the top and up
Yep.
to and win. Not only win once,
Let the
but win
slipper drop,
twice. Yeah,
people.
and win twice. That was impressive. That was a really cool experience.
I think I would say the only downside of Hoop Fest for me is that if it was held in November, it'd be cooler.
Yeah, well,
Sure, we'd have to wear sweaters,
that
but
ball would be
and the
really hard.
fall would
So,
be very hard.
yeah.
Yeah, it does seem like it is oftentimes the hottest weekend of the year.
Well, I think next weekend, where
Mhm.
the weather's supposed to be nice,
Yeah,
75, 76. That's perfect
yeah,
Hoop Fest
yeah.
weekend
If we
weather.
could hold on to 70s, that would be
Yeah,
about as
yeah,
good as we can
yeah.
get,
No rain, no wind.
right?
That would be awesome. So, the rain makes it a little difficult. Ball
Hmm.
slippery, more injuries, more
Right.
prone to injuries. So,
There is a medical tent. We do see a lot of injuries
yeah,
with, and that was always something we've covered for years because this is an event where sometimes people play maybe a little outside their norm, right? Like you said, somebody practices for a week and then they're like, "We're all in,
yeah,
we're all in," and there's all
exactly.
these 40-year-old accountants who are like, we're bringing it."
Yeah, well, I would tell you, I'm guilty of this too. In my mind, I feel like I'm 20.
Yeah, well,
But I'm older than 20,
just
and
barely,
yeah,
everyone, just
and
barely.
I realized that I'm like, you know what, I should probably stretch more, and I'm like, you know what, I can figure it out when I
Yep,
get there, and I realize, oh my gosh, my calves, my
yep.
hammies are tightened up, and so the worst is cramping out on the court. That's the worst.
Everyone, bring your sunscreen.
Yep,
So, right,
sunblock,
lots of water.
lots of water,
Electrolytes?
electrolytes,
Yes, yeah,
IV,
yeah,
elements.
the powdered stuff the kids all do. IV therapy, is that what
Yep,
it's called?
yep,
Yes, Gatorade, whatever you like, Powerade.
yep.
And then any other things that you recommend as somebody who's been there a lot and sees it all that people put in their wagons or load up on?
I would say bring your own food.
Hmm.
Bring the stuff that's healthy.
Snack,
Snack,
right?
lots of snack. If you got kids, lots of snacks.
Protein.
Oh yeah, definitely protein. Boy, kids, learn the lesson. You don't have protein, whew, you got a
Yes,
little bears there.
I've been schooled
Yeah.
by a little bear. I can remember pulling out snacks, during athletic events, and I'd be like, "Look at this," and they'd be like, "Well, where's the protein? Where's the meat sticks?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh my god!" So you
This
don't.
goes for adults too.
I know adults
Yeah.
too, and definitely bring your own snacks. You again, if you're not working out every day, if you're not playing basketball 2 or 3 times a week, this is going to take a lot out of you.
It does. It takes. It's like running
But
Bloomsday.
then you get just like Bloomsday, we get bragging rights for the rest of the year. Like, oh, well, I was playing in the largest 3-on-3 basketball
Yeah,
tournament.
exactly. And the other thing too is the just to be a part of a huge community. I mean,
Hmm.
it's an amazing event that Hoop Fest puts this on every year. All volunteers.
Yep.
Like, what a wonderful organization. Chad Smith, he invites me. I'm like, I feel honored to be a part of a larger organization. It's
That's doing
awesome.
something. Again, that is, people talk about it. I get asked when I go visit my family in a different state, and they're like, what is this basketball tournament? We saw it on the news. What is that?
Yeah.
It's so cool. I'm like, oh, you mean the largest 3-on-3 in
The
the
largest in
world?
the world, 3-on-3. I think it started in
It's
Spokane. It did not.
uh, yes,
Yeah.
I
So
I think it did.
yeah. So and then,
So did Father's Day, which is coming. I mean,
yeah, yeah,
this
yeah.
will probably air after Father's Day. I get it, but I'm just saying, Spokane, we kind of nail big
Yeah,
things,
we do.
right?
We do them well.
We say, oh, we always talk about Bloomsday and Hoopfest. Let's not forget, I think Father's Day started here.
Yeah, that's
Is it
right.
Father's Day, Shannon, or
This
Mother's
next
Day?
Sunday.
Yeah, it's Father's Day,
Yeah,
right?
it's
That
Father's Day.
started here.
Yeah,
Very cool.
nice job.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I slipped that in.
thank you. I appreciate
All
that.
the fathers out there, whether this is airing before or after Father's Day, well done. It's hard to be a dad.
It is. I would say if you're a dad and you have nothing to do this week, next weekend, we would love to have you come down and be a court monitor.
So let's talk about that. So say I have time on a hoop fest and I don't know anything about basketball. Should I be a court monitor?
Yes, come on down.
I don't,
They have tons
have
of
you seen me in
trainings.
sporting events?
Yeah, all
Well, you didn't know, and
I didn't
you
know,
did it.
and I would say come down, and all the marshals will help you be successful.
Kind
We
of.
have tons of trainings available,
Okay.
so I go to the trainings. It's amazing, and read the rules. If you read the rules, it's amazing.
What
The
you learned?
players do not. They tell you read the rules. I'm like, that is not the rule.
You're
So
like, I'm pretty
yeah,
sure that one does not.
not yeah,
Because if you throw anything down with authority, right? Well, in rule number 6, it
yeah,
says
yeah,
that I can do X, Y, and
yeah.
Z. You have to think about that. You're like, wait a minute. No, I don't actually think that
Yeah,
is.
my deal is like, hey, if you put together a good group meeting with the players
Mm,
and the head when you come out to talk to them, you do a really good meeting. Know that the other players and other teams are watching how you do in that court,
yep.
and if you set up strict boundaries, that's amazing. You do strict boundaries and strict rules. All the other teams watch that, and they're like, okay, this monitor is not messing around. So
Do you have kids in your
I
life?
do.
You can tell because you're
Yes.
like, if you set boundaries,
Yes.
it's like parenting, right?
It's like
Court
parenting.
monitoring, you're like boundaries
Yes,
people,
boundaries.
language
Yes.
people.
And if you throw, just like if you throw a punch on my
Yeah,
court, you're gone. You're gone for the weekend. Your weekend's done.
right?
So
I would think that would be pretty standard.
you would think so. You would think so. And it's amazing how these players, they're like grown men. Please, I drove over from Seattle. I really want to play this LD. I'm like, well, hey, you throw, you go. So I don't care what the marshal says. You're not coming back on this court.
Yeah, I can't imagine somebody throwing a punch at me and not being kicked out of the court.
Yeah.
That seems like a no-brainer.
Yeah.
But
Not
would
at
you,
me. Usually at another player.
right?
Yeah. So
You don't.
yeah.
Nobody
Yeah,
touches
yeah,
Will.
yeah. That's right.
I hope
I
you're
have.
listening.
I've had a team. I had a team one year that I threw them all, and a player comes over. Thankfully, there's a cop standing right there, and said, you think you can hide from us? Wait this down. We're going to track you down." I'm like,
Oh.
police like, you know what? I think you're going to come with me, and your players are coming with me too. So. They never come back. I'm like,
A
"Well,
game, people.
come
A
on, it is a
game.
game. Give me a break. This is
Give
crazy."
Will and all the volunteers
Yeah.
a break, and
Say thank you.
thank you to the Spokane Police
Yeah,
Department.
we
too.
love them.
We love that you were out there protecting not only the spectators but
The
volunteers,
monitors, yeah,
the monitors.
marshals,
Like,
yeah.
well, and let's behave, people. Okay, I feel like I have my mom voice on right now. Like,
Go ahead.
come on, people.
Yeah, really. Come on. 'cause
Boundaries.
Boundaries. We live by rules. We don't have rules. What do we have? We have a crazy society.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And we want to a fun, healthy hoop fest. It is again one of the best events that is hosted in the Inland Northwest. Really, I would say. Anywhere. One of the things I love about Hoop Fest is it is crazy, right? You've got courts everywhere. It's downtown. It's shutting down streets, but it's weird how organized it is.
It is.
It's
They
organized
more
chaos,
yeah, they have it. I mean, I would love to
dialed
see the
in,
workings behind the scenes, like the teams that put together, like the guys that clean up the streets.
right?
I mean, they got guys picking up garbage
They
all
they
weekend
come
long.
through like it's like people are just doing their thing. And by the way, there's garbage cans, so let's use them. But
Yeah, exactly.
you can see the volunteers and the workers coming in behind them, and you're like, wow, they've got this down. They know
Yeah,
where they
porta
need to
potties
be.
everywhere, which is
Yes.
amazing. Oh my gosh, I mean, it is dialed in, and it's just impressive. I would love to see the workings behind to see how it all comes together because I'm like, wow, this just blows my mind.
People, it is. We've done a lot of stories behind the scenes. It is mind blowing when you think, people talk about throwing a party or a wedding or something as being a major event.
Yeah,
Multiply that by about 1,000, and you've got you've
yeah.
got Hoop
I
Fest.
mean,
It's a party. It's a sporting event. It's a community event. It's all of it.
yes, and I imagine they probably start as soon as the weekend's done. They're already
Mhm.
planning for next year. Would be
Right?
my guess. So
I
yeah,
agreed.
yeah. I mean, it's like, whew.
Agreed.
And just the fact that a lot of the local businesses support Hoop Fest with
Hmm.
their names on the boards, which I'm
Love
sure
that.
they would appreciate that. So it's amazing. Thank you for all the sponsors that
Yep.
participate. So couldn't do this without you guys. So
I always recommend when you're at an event like that, when you're at something like Hoop Fest, look at the boards, look at the names, look at the signage,
yeah,
look at the things, look at the sponsors. Because as somebody who works in events a lot, that's money, that's time they've dedicated to an event so it can happen. So as you said,
yeah.
does not happen without sponsors. It does not happen without people engaging. Speaking of engagement, I want to give one last plug to signing up to volunteer. Usually there's slots right up till the end. I think
Yes,
pretty close.
yes, and they reward you at the end. I mean, I
Hmm.
think you get a couple of shirts, and I would do it for free.
Hmm.
That's how much I love Hoop Fest. People think you're nuts, free. Yes, I would do it for free because I love being a part of a huge community event. I love volunteering, and I would say you get a gift card, I get shirts, um, free snacks throughout the Lunchables. You get those. I
You
would
get a
still write
Lunchable,
Lunchable.
people.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, uh,
I think it comes like with a treat inside the
hey,
Lunchable.
the kids love the
Yes.
Lunchables with the
I
treats, by the
usually
way.
donate to the local right kids. Hey, if you're gonna be
Yeah.
my scorekeeper,
Yeah.
here's a Lunchable for you. They're excited.
Oof, they
Yeah,
are excited.
yeah, it's a win.
That is so funny. That was when my daughter was little, I never bought the Lunchables.
Yeah,
No, no, we're not going to do
yeah,
process. Last day of school, she got to choose out what she wanted every year. And every year she picked the Lunchable with the treat.
yeah,
Kids love a Lunchable. So let's get the older kids involved,
yeah.
helping
Adults,
out.
volunteers, anyone. If you could just come down for the weekend, we would love to have you. I mean, we have tons of trainings. We'll help you be successful. It's a great event. It's a great community. Like I said, vitamin HE, love Hoopfest energy, and it's amazing.
Do you
Come
have
down,
a shirt
volunteer.
that says that?
I would like to have that
Okay.
shirt because
He
every
needs
year I get shirts. My wife's like, it's time to get rid of these shirts. This is,
She-
yeah. I'm
yeah.
like, you don't really need these shirts. So.
That's just being a good
But
person.
HE, I would like to
But
get
HE, he
yeah.
needs HE. So if there's anybody out there watching, and I know there's millions,
Yeah.
please make him an HE shirt
Yeah.
and drop it off here at Krem. I'll get it to Will.
Yeah, thank you. That's
Yeah,
awesome. I
there you go.
appreciate that.
Yeah, I
So
don't
thanks
mind
for the plug. I
asking.
appreciate Laura. You're awesome. I don't care what it says about you. You're amazing.
I know,
Yeah.
and I read what they say about me. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
always very sweet.
yeah.
Let's just give, and then I know probably Shannon's going to wrap me up here. Shannon's behind the scenes, and so everybody say hi to Shannon.
Hi, Shannon.
Will, what do you do when you're not doing Hoop Fest?
I am a loan officer here in Spokane.
Okay,
I help people purchase homes, residential
so you're a
financing.
numbers guy.
I am a numbers guy.
So the scorekeeping, all that makes sense to you in that way. Like numbers make sense to you.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. There's a winner and there's a loser. So,
All right.
so they can't. No. There's no ties in Hoop Fest.
There is no ties in Hoop
Yes,
Fest.
right.
There's really no ties in life.
There is no ties.
I
in
don't
life.
think that sounded very wise. I meant it to sound wiser, but
Yeah.
no ties in
Yeah.
life.
Yeah. Not everyone gets a trophy.
That's right.
I mean, the crazy thing is we have the loser bracket, and so the first place loser, and I would think in my mind is like if you were the loser, and of the team won, the loser that lost should be the one that gets the shirt, not the winner, right?
Right?
Because they're the
If
worst
you're
loser.
in the worst loser in the loser bracket.
Yeah.
I
Just throwing that
do
out there.
love that not everybody gets look, I was raised Ralph, my dad did not believe in participation
Yep.
trophies.
Yep.
He was not of the generation, and my mom was like, "Oh, the kids all get a ribbon." Nope.
Yeah. That's,
That's
that's right.
just
For participating. Hey, thanks for coming out.
yeah,
Yeah.
my dad was
Yeah.
like, "They get a do better next time."
I would say for being a volunteer, you do get shirts. It's like a ribbon.
It's like you're a winner.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
I
I
mean,
would call you a
it's a
winner.
part of a huge organization
Yeah.
being involved in such a great Spokane community event. So I would say if you want to come down, try it out. We have tons of trainings. We'll help you be successful, whether it's picking up garbage, we need help
I'll be
setting
honest
courts
with you, I
up.
don't need a
So
lot of training for that.
yeah,
Like,
no,
that's probably one of the easiest things you can do to help out,
yeah, exactly.
right?
Exactly. Yeah, that'd be awesome. So come down, volunteer. It's a weekend. Whoop-dee.
Right?
And 52 weeks, a weekend. 1 week.
Well, it gets you outside.
Yeah. And it's a great event. It's fun. It's exciting. I mean, you see some fun things, some crazy things. You
You
see
do.
passionate parents, passionate adults, passionate wives and husbands. So
Mhm.
it's amazing. It's a fun experience.
I will share this last story as I wrap things up. So years and years, I've been married 25, 26 years. I'm trying to think.
Yeah,
I
six,
hope,
seven. I love it.
I hope,
6'7",
I
six,
hope he's
seven.
not watching
Yeah.
right now because I'm like, how, and one of the first years, I don't even think we were married yet. My dad and I were watching him play Hoop Fest. He's a really tall guy.
Yeah.
And so I've always said, boy, I wish I was that tall and big guy. I would throw it around and
Yeah,
I'd go out and
yeah,
dominate.
yeah.
And he was always like, oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Didn't mean to hit
Yeah.
you. Like, really, I was like, what is
Yeah.
happening? And so I think we learned that my attitude that was a good attitude to have
Yep.
for Hoop Fest. He was a
Yep.
nice guy. He was out there. I was like, if I'm your height, I'm throwing
Yeah.
elbows and everything.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't be me.
You throw, you go.
Yeah.
So that's it. You throw.
If you're on his
you
court,
go. Yeah,
that's right.
That's
That's
right.
for all
It'll
courts,
ruin
everyone.
it'll ruin your weekend.
Don't ruin your
Yeah.
weekend or anyone else's. Parents, remember, it's just let's
Yes.
show the kids a good
I mean,
time.
we have players come from all across the United States.
I know.
Yeah. I mean, it's amazing.
Have you
experience.
met people from just crazy places?
New
or-
York? I've had people come from
Kinda
New York.
crazy.
I'm like, hey, how'd you get here? Like, they called me up 2 weeks ago and said, hey, we're playing in this tournament. We'd love to have you come play.
I love it.
Flying from New York. I'm like, wow, okay, that's awesome. So
That's dedication.
yeah, dedication. A lot of college, high school
Mm-hmm.
players. So, trying to like give it one more college try, and like this is it. If I don't win this year, I'm not playing next year. And the next year, I thought you were not playing next year. I made a mistake. I'm coming back because
This
I
is my
really
year.
love it. I really love it. I love being here. So yeah.
I've run into military teams too when
Yep.
I'm out there. There's always guys that come up from all over and
Yep.
play.
We have a lot of
fun.
guys from the tribes to come play
Mhm.
down, which is fun experience. So
Awesome.
to see that, so that's awesome.
All right. Anything you want to add before I wrap it up, Will? Hoop Fest 2026.
Hey,
That's my
be involved in your HE.
How long you've been volunteering?
16 years.
16 years. 16 years ago,
16
he
years.
showed up with zero
I didn't have any experience.
Doesn't
be
watch
just
basketball.
scorekeeper.
He was like, look, and then next thing you know, he's basically running
They
it.
gave me a whistle and a stopwatch and what they call the Hoop Fest Bible, which has everything you need to be in it. I didn't read it. I'm like, but
Well, you had 5 minutes.
yeah, I'm like, well, I have a speed reader here. So no, it's a great experience.
Do you feel powerful with the whistle, though? I mean, there's a certain power in the whistle, right?
There is.
Yeah.
The problem is for me, if the whistle here, and I'm very vocal, so I'm
Yes.
like, hey, let's knock it off.
I
So
gotcha.
yeah,
You
so
don't always need the whistle.
I don't need a whistle. I just,
Mhm.
hey, if you're vocal on the court, they're receptive. So that's the big deal.
I love yelling. Where have I been? Like I
Yeah,
should be
you
able to-
could be there. You
I-
could do if you want to give this up and come be a
Hey,
volunteer
you.
for one weekend, which we would take. It would be awesome.
That's when you know they're scraping the barrel. They're
Yeah.
like, "Hey, you."
No, 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 no.
No, it sounds so
yeah,
much fun.
I mean, you're vocal.
I am vocal.
25 years. You said 25 years of marriage. So
Yeah. So I can survive
yeah,
anything.
yeah.
So little heat on Hoop
Yeah.
Fest,
Oh my
please,
gosh.
people.
Your wives are like they have the 409 spit spray. We can clean this. Yeah,
Yes.
amazing.
I'm done. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
got
got
this. All right. Thank you so much, Will. Have a great Hoop Fest.
Thanks,
Thank
Laura.
you for being an amazing volunteer. To all the volunteers out there, everyone, none of our events come off without a lot of help and a lot of volunteerism. So thank you to you. Have a great Hoop Fest, everyone. And that's it from the streaming room here at Creme 2.